Hi and welcome to this video. In this video I'm just going to talk to you about options and about making sure that you protect yourself from the downsides. And that more importantly, you position yourself with the right materials, the right documents that protect your position. So we covered that there are a number of downsides, a whole host of them in fact, and you want to make sure that you're well protected. So I could try and serve you by sharing with you some option agreements I have used. I could try and protect you by introducing you to friends of mine and saying they've got some option agreements. I could point you to some websites, go Google it and Google option agreements, and I could point you to websites and you could go get them for free. The challenge is every single transaction is different. This is not one size fits all. Options is a big boy's toy, big girl's toy. It needs to be treated in that way and treated seriously. Okay? I'm a tight Yorkshireman. I hate paying solicitors. I hate paying for the legal work. But sometimes it just needs to be paid for. It needs to be done properly. There are experts out there. The one I'd point you to right now, I don't know him personally, but he has a wonderful reputation in the industry, is a guy called Szymon Rudic. Szymon Rudic. And he has a lot of expertise as a solicitor. He's a solicitor himself. And he's done loads and loads of option agreements. He knows how to set these things up. So, if you're asking for my advice, go speak to Szymon and get him to do your paperwork for you. But do not use second-hand versions of option agreements. That's why I'm not giving you an option agreement that you can work with. That's why I'm not even giving you a sample that you'll be tempted to work with, because that's exactly what happened to me early on in my career when I learned in property about options. I got some sample papers and I started trying to use them to save money. Tight Yorkshire guy trying to save money. Does not work. You have to get those downsides covered properly in the document. And you have to work with an expert. So for me, the expert is somebody who is a solicitor, obviously, but not the solicitor you always use. Not the solicitor you go to buy your residential property. You want a solicitor who expertise is in property, has bought their own, and has done options before, and who has set up countless options. You want them to be setting up at least 20, 30 options a year, so they're that involved with it, that involved with the laws of it, and they understand it. And then they're worth every penny. Now, should they be charging you £3,000-4,000 to do that? No. They're pretty much using a template, and then they're cutting and pasting and cutting bits out. But they know what to cut and paste. They know what to put in and what to take out. So as I said, my recommendation is to go to Szymon Rudic, but I'm also going to give you another video in this series, which is actually an hour-long video, very different to these, but it's a webinar that I presented where I teach how to build an expert team, the expert team creator. And you could use that video and think specifically about recruiting solicitors and specifically about options as you watch it, and then you'll build the right team. Because your team for your options properties is totally different to a team for family-let properties. My solicitor, who is brilliant at helping me buy family-lets, does not do options. So they would be a rubbish person to ask to draw up an option. Can they legally do it? Yes. Could they draft me something and tell me they could draft me something? Yes. But they're not an expert in it at all. They're a 2 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10. Same with managing the properties, same with the sources, the whole piece. So if you're into options, then I'm going to give you that video, the expert team creator, so you can watch that video as well and think about how you build your dream team of all the 22 people that can help you make your property investing journey outstanding. And remember, you only need to find 4 or 5 of those 22 people to bring them into your team, and they'll know the other people and be able to bring them with them as well. Okay? So go ahead and watch that video, but for your paperwork, I apologize that I'm not giving you something. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but it's deliberate. It's because I care about you and I care you do this piece properly. So check out Szymon Rudic, speak to him, look at the options there, and make sure you have the paperwork in place. But the paperwork, the correct paperwork, will cover the vendor dying. It will cover you dying. It will cover you having permission to let. They should be able to give you the paperwork to check with the lender that there is permission to let, to give them the right information and right advice that you are letting. So ask the solicitor for that paperwork too. They should give you a checklist of what you need to check for. Check the mortgage term and check when it runs out. It should cover if the seller changes their mind, if the seller cries foul, about them getting the proper legal advice before that transaction gets signed up. Okay? This isn't something to sign up in their front room. It's something they will sign up with their solicitor, you will sign with your solicitor, so that you know you're protected, that they've had the legal advice around the document they're signing and the option they're getting in. Invest with knowledge, invest with confidence, create financial freedom. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.